Well, hello. I'm eating a delicious Walnut Streusel peach cobbler. Now this is a peach, oh look at this, melting ice cream on top here, yum yum. This is a peach cobbler with the kind of a cookie biscuit dough on top, and then on top of that, a walnut streusel. Throw it in the oven, bake it, bring it out, toss some vanilla ice cream on top, and that is delicious, fantastic dessert. Have it with or without ice cream. Both good both ways. Another good way is to put some whipped cream on top. Either way is good. All right, let's go in the kitchen and make some of this delicious cobbler right now. So first, we're going to make the layer at the bottom with the peaches. What I've got here is two 15-ounce cans of peaches, drained off the syrup that's in there, and then just cut the peaches into wedges. Over here, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, just a light brown sugar, and 1/4 cup of butter. Now cut it into small pieces and then re-chilled. I like this butter good and cold. So what we're going to do here, I've got an 8x8 pan, and I've buttered it. Then you're just going to put the peaches in there, like that. Spread them out a bit, make sure they're all evenly spread out. There we go, good enough. Now, what I do here, put the sugar in here, into our food processor, toss that butter in there with it. And all I'm going to do now is pulse it until I've got it, basically so I've combined the sugar and the butter, and the other butter is little tiny pieces about 1/8 of an inch, 2-3 millimeters around about there. That's looking good. Take the cutter out of there. And all I'm going to do now is spread this over top of the peaches. Kind of evenly spread it out over the peaches. This is going to make a nice, delicious kind of a sauce around the peaches. All right, so that's the first layer. Now, I'm going to come back and make the biscuit layer. So for the next layer, it's like the biscuit crust. So what we have here for that is 1 cup of flour, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, light brown sugar. I've got 1/2 cup of butter, and it's butter that's been sitting at room temperature, so it's a little bit softer. 1 egg beaten, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So, first we're going to do is take that butter and cream it, put it in a bowl, and just squish it down with this big wooden spoon. There we go. Cream that around a bit. Just wanted to get it soft. Then once it's soft, in goes the sugar. I'm going to cream the sugar into the butter. Okay, so now the sugar has been creamed into the butter. And I'm going to grab another bowl here. And just take the flour and mix the baking powder and the salt into the flour, just so it's distributed. Give that a quick mix. And now I'm going to add that into that butter and sugar mixture. Smooth that around a little bit. Just enough, just to kind of get it worked in a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is going to add the egg. I'm going to add the vanilla. And then I'm going to use the electric mixer to beat it. All right, now I just want to beat it just to combine it, bring it together. Starts coming together like cookie dough. That's it. Just before it starts really bunching together, I want to stop because I want this to be easy to spread. So let's get that off the mixers here, the beaters. Put that aside. All right, bring our peaches back out here. And now what I'm going to do is just kind of spread this across. All right, now I'm just going to spread that out a little bit. You can just use your fingers to kind of smoosh it out across. You don't need perfectly covered or anything, but you want a lot of it over top of the peaches, so we don't all lumped in just one place. All right, that's looking pretty good. It's going to smooth out a bit as it bakes. So, ooh, a little piece left over here. Let's get that in there. A bit of butter. All right, let's come back and make the streusel topping. Now, for the streusel topping, what we've got here is a 1/2 cup of walnut pieces, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, or the light brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of butter cut into pieces and chilled, and 3 tablespoons of flour. So first, let's get those nuts into the food processor, along with the flour and the sugar. All I want to do now is I want to reduce the nuts to smaller pieces, under 1/4 inch basically, round about there. So under 1/4 inch, under 5 millimeters. So I'm just going to pulse that here in the food processor. Here we go. All right, basically about that size. So now in goes the butter. And now I want to bring this so the butter basically is mixed in with everything. The butter will be about 1/8 of an inch to 3 millimeters in size, just like we did for the spread that we put on top of the peaches. Here we go. And that's looking good. So now I want to spread this over top of everything. So let's get that blade out of there. And just evenly spreading this streusel topping over everything. All right, that's ready to go in the oven. The oven is at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. This is going in there for 30 to 35 minutes till it's baked and bubbling and the top is just looking delicious. All right, so I'll see you in about half an hour. All right, that's been just a little over 30 minutes in the oven and it's absolutely fantastic. It's bubbling, nicely brown streusel on top, and it smells delicious. Now usually you want to let this sit for about 10-15 minutes just to kind of set, and because it's absolutely scalding right now. This would destroy your tongue if you were to take this right now. But we're just going to have a quick look down inside. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh. Yes, absolutely fantastic. So really enjoy this Walnut Streusel peach cobbler. And hey, go all out. Put some vanilla ice cream on there. All right, enjoy. Now if you go to the link appearing on the screen and also clickable in this video's description, you can download and print out this recipe from the Dessert Recipes booklet on Kuma's Kitchen's Patreon page. Just click the featured tag called Recipes. Not yet a patron of Kuma's Kitchen? Well, please consider becoming one. For as little as $3 a month, you'll get access to all our recipe booklets and a bunch of videos not published anywhere else, including our popular This is Japan series. Also, you'll be supporting the creation of many more Kuma's Kitchen recipe videos. Now go print out the recipe and enjoy Walnut Streusel peach cobbler and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.